and we are in orbit around the moon. And as you can see, we've still got half a tank, or more than half a tank left here. So we have plenty on that, and then this probe, which is even lighter, has more fuel. And the probe is going to be used to actually land, but we're going to use this transit stage to slow us down to put us in a trajectory for landing to begin with. That way, it will get destroyed during its landing as well, because if you're like me, you try to avoid leaving as much space debris as possible in orbit, because then that just becomes a cluttered mess. So let's land here. I don't really care where I'm going to land too much. So I'm just going to throttle up a little here. Look at where it says I'm going to land. Oh, that's not too bad, but I kind of want to be a bit more in the daylight side. So let's just get a little bit more thrust. There we go. I'll put that at 5 kilometers. That should be enough. I don't think there's any mountains on the moon in my path taller than that. So we should be able to pick a spot as we come in low, and that way we'll kill all our horizontal speed first and then just have to worry about the vertical. So as we spin around into our position here, we get a nice sunrise over the moon as we return back towards communications. Coming around here, slowly descending more and more. Now the question becomes, where do we want to land? Because we need to start picking our site now. So looking at the map, it's hard to really tell, but I think that spot there looks pretty good. So it's in the middle of a crater, admittedly, but that's not too big of a deal. Spin ourselves around. We've now got less than a ton in this spacecraft, I believe. Yeah, it's just over 1 ton, 1.18 tons. So we've got quite a good thing here. Let's start burning, slow ourselves down. You can see the camera flips around as it realizes we're trying to land here. And we'll just continue this nice slow burn. I want to put it down there, so let's cut that. Let's see where that puts us first. Now, that's enough from this stage now, so we can separate it. There it goes. Now let's remember to put our gear down. Put our gear down, there it goes. So we're now ready to land. We've just got to get ourselves in a position to land. Now that is always the hardest bit, but you can see we're flying over quite a nice space here. Now it is important when you're using a ship like this to turn around like this before you jettison the other stage. Otherwise, you're going to just have it smash into you, which unfortunately is something I've done before. Now, I rather like the look of this spot here, so let's just kill our speed, bring up the resources so you can actually see what we're doing. Oh, we need to kill a bit of our vertical. We're coming in a little too quickly. I want to just get it. Yeah, that should be enough. Continue killing our horizontal. We've drifted a bit now because the probe's rotated. Oh, there we go. Now we are going up, which isn't what I wanted, but that doesn't matter too much. This is going to be a bit of a slope. I wonder where I'm going to land over there. Let's spin this around, try and get this just related right to the WASD, because even though it looks better with those panels going the other way, that's not how they're working. Nice view there, and a nice view there. So let's kill some more speed. We can retract these panels actually now, because you don't want to hit those on your landing. Let's bring ourselves up, continue killing our speed, watching the vertical as we're coming in to land. Don't want to get too much speed lost, but there we go, coming in. Whoops, too much, because I stopped paying attention there for a second. But this looks like a decent enough landing site. It's a bit on the steep side, but we should be fine. So run a little bit of power. You can see we got plenty of fuel here. So looking for the shadow. Oh, that's coming up a bit quick. Yeah, landing is really nerve-wracking. Let's keep the speed under 10 meters a second. Slow it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. There's our shadow. Let's get it landing. Straighten ourselves out. And touchdown. Sinking into the surface of the moon a bit. The dust, no doubt, settling as we have arrived. Now, we are not in the best position for our panels, so if we do want to spin ourselves, we may have to launch a bit. There we go. Spin ourselves around. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Bit of a hard second landing, but we have spun ourselves around now, so we can extend our panels. And here we go. We are now sitting on the moon's surface. Let's extend our communications, and we have a working probe here. Now you can activate these, but obviously if you go to log temperature, it doesn't seem like there's any scientific value in doing this because the research center is closed. But regardless of that, you can turn this stuff on anyway just to see what it's actually telling you. So you can see we're getting some information from all of these, but the pressure one because obviously we are in a vacuum. Now that's our probe. There's the sun. It's looking quite pretty there. And I'm going to say that's my good video. Well, not good, but it's a video anyway. And this is a little probe, which you can build easily. And as you see here, it landed on the moon easy with plenty of fuel to spare. Now, I may try and land this somewhere else, but I will show you that in another video. Until then, I'm Denodon. This is Lil Probe. Safe landings.